There, this is Yendra Chekan from Valuing Voices again. So kudos to Mercy Corps. I am a big fan of Mercy Corps, and I have been for many years, but especially in the last 4 years, when I went to a presentation at Interaction, which is a huge nonprofit kind of consortium, and international nonprofit consortium conference, and they were presenting on their post-project evaluation in Central Asia. They were evaluating a couple of projects that were U.S. government funded, and they went back, I think, about 4 or 5 years ago. And they showed me that it was possible. They showed me that our industry is hungry for these kind of evaluations. It was held in a small room, but that small room was packed to the gills. There must have been 100 people jammed into a room for about 40. We were desperate to learn what the sustainability is. Our industry cares deeply. We just haven't gotten the funding. We haven't gotten the green light. We're just developing the methods to do this kind of work. And that, frankly, should be shocking to all of us. We should know. We should have been asking this for decades. Like, what's the long-term sustainability in designing as a result of it? So let me just read you a little bit from valuingvoices.com, one of the blogs on Mercy Corps, one of the blogs I wrote. And so this $18 million project, they talked to youth and community action groups, and they found out some really great results, right? They found out that 93% of the activities were still being actively used after the project closed in 2007. This was a report. 73% of the members of the community action groups felt that they could actually approach the government. That was part of the activities. Youth felt that they were taking the skills that had gained in the project, and they were actually still able to use them, which is also really, really good news. And the thing is that there are starting to be some funders like the Rockefeller Foundation that actually are wanting to fund. Now, may this come true. May they fund Valuing Voices. May they fund a lot of NGOs in actually strengthening developing country evaluation practices and ownership, right? Because the thing is, we're evaluating them. They're not evaluating us, which is a very strange thing, right? We should be having these communities be the evaluators. The country governments, retaining all the data from the projects. I mean, my partner, Siobhan Green of Sanjara, has really highlighted for me this issue of the data of a project is simply not retained. The evaluation report is in, some repository somewhere. You say it's called the deck. At other places, it could be on the web. It could be in the implementing partner's email system or even on their website. But the countries don't get to keep any of the data. They don't get to keep any of the tracking systems. There is no handover of any of that knowledge. So in terms of knowledge management, we're like, really? We don't retain that either? They don't get to keep it. They don't get to build on it. They don't get to improve it. They don't get to build further projects based on it. No, we take our toys and we go home when we leave the sandbox. So there's just so many disturbing trends, disturbing issues in this, not so much trends, but just it's standard industry practice. So that's one of the things that Valuing Voices really is longing to change. But I want to go back to Mercy Corps. I mean, Mercy Corps did really good work. They seem to really have done some sustainable programming. 42% of these communities, representing 35 of these communities, reported that the community had worked collectively on new projects or repairing existing infrastructure. So as a result of the activities, they're actually doing new things. Now, we never learn things like this, right? We have so much to learn from our activities. We have so much to learn from the good we've done and the unexpected results that have come from it. So thank you so much. Please join Valuing Voices. Send me comments, send me your success stories or your failure stories where you've seen, our projects not be sustainable. www.valuingvoices.com. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.